I wanted to show you how I make my quick and easy vegetable broth, and the best part about it is it's free. I don't know if you know what those aseptic boxes of like Imagine or other brands of organic vegetable broth cost, but they're like $3, which is fine. But there's $3 plus there's a bunch of salt in there, so I'm going to show you how you can get it salt-free to taste even better and for free. So the first thing you want to do is save your veggie scraps. Now these aren't scraps, these are actually things that I'm using. But one of the things that I had was like this pepper core. And I have a bunch of things saved in the freezer also. This is a gallon Ziploc of scraps that I've saved. And you can just accumulate them over time. You don't want to put too many cruciferous veggies in there, but there's some Brussels sprouts in there, but mostly onions and carrot leavings, not compost, like not stuff that's rotten, but things that you would toss that you weren't going to eat that are just perfectly fine for this purpose. So we're going to fill this up with water and cook it in the Instant Pot for 5 minutes. Okay, so I've got water in there just about to the max fill line. Sometimes I fudge it a little and make it even fuller, but this time we'll just do it to that point. It's about 1.5 inches from the top. And then we're going to set it on pressure cook. Here we go. Pressure cook. Okay, and then we want to make sure the little affair is on sealing. And off we go. Even if you're working in the kitchen at the last minute and your Instant Pot hasn't heated up yet, you can always add something else in there. I was cutting some kale for my breakfast, and this end of this onion was kind of sad looking, and so I added it in too, and a couple of little pieces of pepper. As I work, I have my Ziploc bag out, but since I just dumped it in there, I'm adding those last little bits that are in there. Every little bit helps make that broth taste even better. And I want to say you can do this, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can do this on the stove as well. But I just love an Instant Pot, and I say if you don't have one, get one. Oftentimes they're on sale, like on Black Friday sales at Amazon or something similar. Walmart has them. What's so great about them is that you don't have to stand over it and wonder if it's going to boil over on you. It's quicker than being on the stove. It doesn't heat up your house in the summer. And the best part for me is I can just walk away from this and go off and do something else, and I'm not going to wonder if it's boiling over. You can see that over 2 hours have passed. I was off doing something else, and so this has naturally depressurized. The button is down. So let's open this up and see what we have. Look at that beautiful broth. So what we'll do now is strain it, and then we can use it. Okay, so I'm going to strain my broth now, and I'm going to use a sieve like this. You don't need anything finer unless you're really bothered by little teeny specks in your broth or stock, and I'm not, so I'm going to use this. Okay, so you just take another container. I'm happening to use another Instant Pot container because I know it will fit, and you put your strainer on it. Grab your broth, which in this case is cooled off enough, but if it hasn't, be careful because it'll burn you. I don't worry about getting every last drop out of there because I'm already working on my next bag of scraps, so I always have plenty of stock. Just lots and lots of it. Okay, so, and then if you want, you can squeeze out the last little bit of goodness if it was hanging in the stock a little bit, just like that. Now this stuff is compost. Oh, let's see. 9 cups of delicious stock. No salt, you know what's in it. It's wholesome. You can make soup out of it right away, or you can freeze it, or just put it in containers in your fridge. It'll probably keep for about 4 or 5 days. I wouldn't keep it longer than that because it might start to mold on you, but I have a lot of it frozen, and then I just throw that into my soup pot or Instant Pot, and then I can just use it. And also, if you don't use oil like I don't, you can use a little bit of this to saute your veggies in instead of oil. So there you go. Give it a try. Thanks for watching. I try to have tips for you. If I think of something, I'll always post it here, so stay tuned.